Everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look. I don't know if I did this before. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to stop right there. I got this figure 9 years ago. No, 8.5 years ago. So I may have done this. I haven't had a chance to take a look on my YouTube to find out if I did. If I did, then this will just be a follow-up to let you know how it's held up all this time. If not, hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I'm iSlip, and today we're going to be reviewing the KOLD Multi-Universe Gold Op, which is a Voyager class classics / Henkei Optimus Prime from way back in the day. It came in this box, which was a really nice box actually, and you can see it's actually a gold Optimus Prime, sort of in the style of the lucky draws at the time. There was some issues with them, if I'm going to be honest. I got this from a guy named Mike on a site called KO Toys, which actually was pretty good back in the day. And then it went out of business, I think. You open it up and you have, I'm only keeping this box. I'm actually going to hang this box up because I like this artwork. I'm going to actually hang it up. You know, take that part off and frame it and stick it somewhere. I might frame this too. Maybe I'll have it the long ways and frame it. But anyway, basically, you can read the bio if you want. Basically, this is Optimus Prime covered in Electrum. If you don't know what Electrum is, it is this gold liquid that from that one episode of Generation 1 cartoon where all the Transformers get covered in it and it makes them impervious to any laser damage. Apparently it wears off after a while too because everybody went back to normal. But yeah, so that's what this is. That's what that is. And let's take a look at the figure. So I'm going to bring the figure out. And woo! I'm not sure if I've got too much light on it now or not enough. I'm going to turn off the lights for just a second so you can see what it looks like without it. And then I'm going to turn the lights back on because, well, you know. So it's basically a figure, basically this figure here, but done up in gold. Now, this was, I think this was like 50 bucks. And when I got it, I was very disappointed. For one thing, the flaps for the arms that turn into the truck's front were broken off. You can see it's translucent plastic. They were already broken off. One was broken off, the other one was mostly cracked, so I just broke it off. As a matter of fact, let's see if, I don't know if you can see that right there. There's a crack right there. Yeah, this thing came, I have his, okay, I had his arms on backwards. Did I not? Yes, I did. I have his arms facing the wrong, well, no, his arms are facing the right way. His fists are facing the wrong way. So his fists are in the wrong hole. That's something I didn't notice before, but okay. Okay, let's see. No, I had him backwards. So anyway, yeah. So right out the box, he was broken, and he was scratched up. He was scratched up and scuffed, and parts of it, he was very hard to transform. I will try to transform him to see if, because he's very loose now. He wasn't very loose when I got him, but I don't think. But he's very loose now. I will try to transform him. This thing was a mess, a beautiful mess though. I've kept him, and he is a great gold Optimus Prime. He's actually done up kind of the way Takara did theirs recently, where it's gold and then that yellow goldish mustard plastic. except that they used a lot less on this. Only like for the joint here, a bit of the gun there, and the joints here, and that's for the most part about it. And then like this part here where you can't see it, whereas the Takara version, it's like half of the figure is the ugly pudding, tapioca pudding plastic, and not the gold chrome. The gold chrome is fading in some areas where it's yellow. It's coldish, but like here on the feet, I don't know if you can see, well, you can actually see it very well. You can see that the gold is almost gone and it's just the silver. I don't mind. I don't mind. It still looks good. I mean, I honestly got ripped off. The seller, I think he was producing these or having these produced, and he basically got ripped off by the people who were putting this, who were doing these figures. I don't know what they were doing, what they were thinking, but they just totally screwed the pooch. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and rotate them around a little bit so you can see. I've got the truck bits on the back. I just tilted up a little bit like this, so it's not as bad a backpack as it could be. You can see that's one of the attaching points right here. And like the paint is just like this part is basically, it's almost fused. I can't really fold this like you would. That's how part of the reason it broke off, and like a piece of paint chipped off. Yeah, so you can see. Hopefully it's not reflecting me here because I'm sitting here without a shirt. It is mad hot. I've got, besides these two lamps to the side, I've got daylight lamps in my on my ceiling fan. So yeah, so he's pretty cool. He's pretty nice. He's a little loose now because of time, maybe, I don't know. Honestly, he's a great display piece. He's not really good for anything else, and he doesn't stand very well. I gotta see if I can tighten up his legs, maybe his feet, because they are super loose. So anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can get him transformed. I think I transformed him once, and it was scary as hell because like the parts that broke off, they were, because of the paint, it's an extra layer of thickness that they hadn't accounted for. And it seems like they used a lot of this translucent plastic for some reason, instead of using, like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is there translucent plastic here? So what they should have done, in my opinion, is use the regular plastic and coated that rather than using the translucent plastic. I think that would have worked out a lot better. But oh well, it is what it is. We get those bits off, and let's see. Just go ahead and peg those together and straighten the feet out, and we will let's bring this piece down so we can rotate this piece around so that Optimus's chest is facing back, because that's where the truck front is going to be. We'll get that set up like that. Hopefully, yeah, you can see everything. Sometimes I forget to look down at the viewfinder. We'll go ahead and fold this down. Or is it? Did I just leave the head the way it was? We'll turn it the other way. Come on, thank you, head. And we'll get that set up like that. That'll be for the wind vane part, which is this gun here. We'll take care of that in a minute. Let's finish with the main figure. We'll go ahead and push the hands. Oh, at a, I think that's a 90-degree angle. I think 90 degrees is, you're gonna do it at it. All right, angle this one. Oh, This one is scary. This one. Let's see. Can I get you down? Well, we run into a problem. So I can't get his fist down. I may have to go in there and shave something. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was so scary. That was a lot of force. I don't suggest if you ever get a figure like this, do not do what I just did. Okay. Bring these in, and these will come down. And normally you would fold these bits around and out, but there are no bits to fold out and around anymore, so because they already broke off, we just have them to the side. Go ahead and bring this around like so. Bring the knees down and the legs up like so. Fold these flaps over. There we go. And then go ahead and put these bits on. So we'll go ahead and straighten this bit out. And just basically, so it plugs in on the side. So at least there's that. So you can still technically turn them into the truck. Even though the bits are broken, this piece, again, just plug it into the side, and it holds fairly well because, like I said, it plugs in there, and I guess the extra layer of chrome helps out. Okay, and then we just take this gun here, flip this in, flip this down, and then unpeg this bit here, and then it just plugs in here. Come on, plug in. There we go. Plugs in there. And then we take this piece, the gun piece, and we split it open. Close these bits here, flip these bits in here like so, and then this just plugs in via these pegs to the holes on the back. And go ahead and do... Oh, that was not expected. Okay. Thankfully it's not pinned, it's just a little groove, but we'll get that put on there. And yeah. Okay. And there we have, oh, sorry. Here we go. There we have our gold Optimus Prime. I'm going to turn off the lights again for a second so you can see how, oh, that looks amazing. Put the lights off, but that looks amazing, and it kind of rolls not very well. Pieces don't line up as well as they should because of the chrome and the broken nature of things. But again, as a display piece, and I got like gold, whatever you call it there. As a display piece, this thing is still amazing looking. This thing looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. Getting all the detail there, so you can see. I don't know if you can still see that there's the crack right there. Yeah, this thing looks amazing. I'm just, honestly, I'm glad that it still looks good. And give me a moment. I'm gonna get the Optimus transformed. And there you go. We have both of them together. You can see, it just, they both look great. Let me turn off the lights for a second, just because Optimus doesn't look. Well, I was gonna say he doesn't look as red. He's still coming off as more of a pinkish color than on my viewfinder. I'm hoping that's just the viewfinder, but Yeah, you can see the details are still basically the same. The translucent plastic looks, I like it better on here than on here. And this has a lot of translucent plastic in the side here. This is painted translucent blue plastic here. So, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, except that what they should have just done was cast this all in the non-translucent plastic, covered it in the gold chrome, and for the windows just left it as silver chrome. I mean, that would have been, I mean, it only would make sense because, I mean, if the whole transformer is getting dipped in Electrum, then the parts that would be over, like the matrix and the spark of the figure, should not be in glass or plastic, but in the same hard material as whatever the Electrum is adhering to, I would think. But yeah, you can see it looks great. He doesn't have any, does he have any? No, we'll just take that off for now. He doesn't have a faction symbol on the side like this one does. I don't know if I should fix that or not. Because he's not going to be in this mode. On my shelf there, I don't have space for the vehicle modes on my shelf. In case you hadn't seen what my shelves look like before, let's go ahead and, those are my shelves. So you can see I have space for robots, but no space for the vehicle modes. So, yeah. So it's held up actually pretty well. I would have thought that this thing would have been in a lot more pieces than it actually is. It's held up extremely well over the years. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get this all transformed back into his robot mode so he can go back to standing in his spot. There we go with the KO Golden Optimus Prime, or KOLD Optimus Prime. Like I said, I got this from a site that's well, it went out of business, and then I think it came back for a while. I don't know if it still did, but it wasn't really selling knockoff Transformers anymore. But yeah, it's not a bad figure. Because I mean, it's not a bad mold. Is it a bad figure? It's fine if you just want to display them, but if you want to play with them, this is not the figure for you. So that said, I can't even tell if that's able to focus. I think that's just way too shiny for my camera to focus. And like I said, some of the joints are loose. It doesn't have what do you call them? It doesn't have ratchets where the other one had ratchets. And yeah, as a display piece, this thing is awesome. Go ahead and turn off the lights so we can, there we go. As a display piece, this thing is awesome. As a plaything, this thing is not. If you're getting this to mess with, I say move on. I mean, I don't even know if you can get them anymore. But if you can get them, first off, don't pay what I paid. I wouldn't pay more than $10 for this figure, knowing the issues that there is, if I'm honest with you. And then just kind of pick a mode and leave them displayed in that mode. And that's about it. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm Islip. I hope you enjoyed the review, and ciao.